Welcome back. Then you're watching the JetSynthesys presents the Global E-Cricket Premier League on GeoCinema. Well, day 5, we've had 4 games already, and we've already seen so many upsets. This is, of course, the second game for both these teams. Remember, Chennai come after a loss against Dubai, a big loss, and it was, in fact, the Delhi side which beat the table toppers at the start of the day, Kolkata. Now, again, Chennai will be down on confidence. Delhi are clear favorites for this.
No, I wouldn't say they're down on confidence, Roshan. I was talking to those players from Chennai और पता है उन्होंने मुझे क्या कहा? ठीक है, हम इतने सारे मैच हार चुके हैं, 5 मैच लगातार हार चुके हैं. We are preparing for the best comeback ever. That's the kind of confidence those players have. They still believe. There are still a lot of games to play. They still believe that they can come back in the tournament, and why not? They've just played 6 games now, and there's still 8 games left. They can still get those points. आज हमने देखा है कैसे changes हुए हैं table में. You know what? They'll be looking to finish this day on a positive note.
Well, they'll be finishing that day because remember, we started out with Chennai playing against Dubai. Eventually, the next 3 games followed, in which we had great upsets out there. And in the end, it turns us down to that last game for the day 5, Chennai taking on Delhi. I mean, of course, Delhi, it has done so much to the confidence. Again, 1 win, 1 loss. It's a turning momentum. I mean, you can't really predict one side. But again, Delhi will have that edge, if you can put it across as that way, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Delhi will take that edge. They've scored 70 runs twice in this tournament. They won their last game as well. तो एक मोमेंटम, एक कॉन्फिडेंस लेके जा रहे हैं आप. हाँ, वो लंदन से हारे, 70 रन बनाने के बावजूद हारे, लेकिन वो कॉन्फिडेंस तो रहेगा ना कि उन्होंने 70 रन बनाए हैं. And they can do it again and again and again. So yeah, I think Delhi will have the upper hand. But again, in this tournament, we've seen anything can happen.
Well, one thing which we weren't able to do again is, well, I know it's more about the red lights there, but at the end of the day,
it's been about form today. We predicted according to form the teams that have done well, and today has been a topsy-turvy day.
Well, we'll have to wait and watch if we can get that one thing right. I think it's pretty much a mixed bag. 4 of us calling in for Chennai, and of course, Cripps on the other end is called in for Delhi. I reckon he might get that right, but again, it's a day of upsets. What we are really seeing, some big totals being chased, and again, some big surprises as well coming on our ends. But, well, it's been an entertaining, jam-packed, evening for us out here. And of course, this is the last game, Chennai taking on Delhi Sharks. Both the captains, of course, like I said, the off-field chemistry is incredible, but when they come out there, it's game on, because these gentlemen might not really say a lot when they're playing, but their banter is continuously on. When, of course, they go down for their interviews, see so many of them. I mean, Mumbai Grizzlies have really entertained us so much from that perspective. You've seen so many players who come out there, and that's what really makes this league so interesting. It's also that bonhomie which brings together, and there's that feeling of, togetherness which keeps them together.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bonding together of different personalities. जैसा हमने अपने व्यूअर्स को बताया है, फिर से बताते हैं, 2 लाख से ज़्यादा खिलाड़ी आए थे रियल क्रिकेट के लिए. उन्होंने रजिस्टर किया था इनिशियल राउंड के लिए. उस क्वालिफाइंग राउंड में से निकल के the 48 best players have been distributed in these 8 teams equally. And now what we are seeing is their best foot forward, the best action from the best players on real cricket.
Well, Chennai will be coming pretty much with that same squad because, well, I think that's what will really work for them, given out the kind of options that they have. Chennai, when you talk about their team, well, you talk about a couple of players for them, the likes of Manoj, also Anurag, who will be that one player who certainly can turn things around, not really firing. That could be a question, of course, for a winning cause. Again, somebody like Anil Ajay can be handy with the ball as well.
Yeah, they have been the main wicket takers for Chennai. And you know what? Chennai's bowling has suffered a bit. Their economy is on the higher side. 5 bowlers का इस्तेमाल किया है. पांचों की economy 12-13 के आसपास है. The wickets have dried up for Anil and Ajay. If they want to win the game, the wickets have to start coming again. The economies have to start going down again.
Well, they have to start doing things in a new way, maybe, if it's not really working out for them. One, they did try today. It didn't work out for them. What are the set of options? Now talk about the kind of presets, because again, it's all on the kind of selection that you have. Remember, whatever output you're seeing, be it with the bat, be it with the ball, it comes with a precise planning, which they might have got wrong in a lot of cases. We look on the other side for the Delhi Sharks, then Bishwas, you can't really turn out that man. I mean, incredible form, carrying it time and again. Well, it's just going boom, boom, out of the park every time.
Boom, boom. And My mind goes to Neep. That 1 over he bowled today picked up those wickets, and you know what? He has been absolutely brilliant. Uh, it's a better combination than Chennai that they've got. Molan with the wickets, Jayesh and Biswas with the runs, Neep with the wickets, all-round role from Webber and Manmeet. It's a better looking side, but again, anything can happen. And I like the confidence in the Chennai camp. They still want to win. Their shoulders are not drooping. That tells them, that tells us that this could still be a great game.
But what we learn from here is, of course, keeping your chin up, irrespective of what that win or loss will be. But don't forget that we're also in a competition out here. And what makes that competition interesting is how it has been with respect to the results, which have surprised us so much. And of course, we talk about this game being important for both from a point perspective, and in that process of going to the qualifiers, then the players to watch out for, without a doubt, Bishwas for sure, and Anurag from the other end, Chetan.
Yeah, Biswas opening the innings, and it's amazing. 132 runs, one of the top scorers in the tournament, and scoring at 240 strike rate through that power play. It's brilliant to watch. Anurag has been the mainstay for Chennai, but over the last few games, those runs have dried up. Or वो बताता है आपको, that's one of the reasons why Chennai have lost 5 on the bounce. So if they have to turn it around, Anurag will have to play a major, major role today.
Well, we'll have to wait and watch if they can really turn that losing streak into one victory at least. We did speak about Chen Ki Neend at the start. Well, hopefully today they can really get that, if they get that victory on board. But I'll tell you what, we have been surprised. Maybe we might as well get another one. But for that, let's head to the toss with the captains and the umpires already done.
Thank you, Roshadana. Thank you, Chetan, for that expert pre-match analysis. Now, before the toss, I would like to call both the teams, Chennai Wolves and Delhi Sharks, on stage. A big round of applause for both the teams.
I came from the bottom and we winning. Sunday in the competition in a heap. We came from the bottom and we winning. There ain't no competition, कोई नहीं मुकाबला. From the bottom निकला टॉप डाला पैसा तो मुनाफा, माँ पे गाली सीधा लाफा. रैप द नाका सुनते बांग्ला मुझे थाका मैं. 5 स्टार के कपड़े पहन के खाता मैं हूँ धाबे पे. Streams हो या dreams, अब पूरा कामयाब मैं. कोहली वाला mindset और धोनी जैसा शाप मैं. हर पब में जी और गेम है मेरे हाथ में. हंसता सीधा बैंक तक 50 वाले लाफ में. हा 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 हा. भाई तू है वीक और मैं लेता हफ्ता. खुद के तेरे हाथ नहीं तूने रखा चमचा. पूरा गैंग ग्राइमी हा टॉप सीधा शॉट शॉट्स तेरे ब्रेन में. बॉम्बे दा बैड मुंडा पंजाब तक कैंट में. नाम है डिवाइन.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
Piyush, hey, I was just on Lenskart. ये जो price है $999, right?
नहीं करण रुपीज है.
I can't be seen wearing glasses under 1 lakh. Price थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो सकता है क्या?
करण ये बढ़िया प्राइस है. It's only because we don't have middlemen.
90,000?
आप कहीं और से ले लो.
80,000.
I'm going. Bye.
अमीरों की हाई लगेगी तुझे.
Factory wale prices, no middlemen. Lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
Thank you, Roshadana. Thank you, Chetan, for that expert pre-match analysis. Now, before the toss, I would like to call both the teams on the stage. Chennai Wolves and Delhi Sharks. A big round of applause, guys. दोस्तों मेरे साथ है कैप्टन्स फॉर चेन्नई वुल्फ्स सुरजीत सिंह एंड दिल्ली शार्क्स के मनमीत सिंह. जस्ट अ रिमाइंडर, ये डे 5, मैच नंबर 5 एंड लीग का 25th गेम. नाउ वी आर एट द हाफवे स्टेज एंड दोनों टीम्स के ये 7वें मैचेस है. दिल्ली कम्स इन स्ट्रॉन्ग कॉन्फिडेंट बिकॉज इससे जस्ट पहले जो उनका पहला मैच था वो कोलकाता हॉक से जीते जो टेबल टॉपर्स है, एंड वो भी कितने आई थिंक इतने डोमिनेंट वे में. इनके जो बॉलर है नीप, उन्होंने 3 विकेट्स लिए, 1 मेडन ओवर डाला. सो आप बताइए मनमीत, अभी दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है नोइंग कि चेन्नई वुल्फ्स जो काफ़ी ख़राब फॉर्म चल रहा है उनके साथ अभी मैच है, क्या माइंड गेम्स क्या चल रहा है अभी?
अभी ये तो प्रेशर में ही है ना. एक विन के लिए हमारा विन तो आ गया. हम अभी कॉन्फिडेंस है.
आप एक बहुत अच्छे कॉन्फिडेंस में आ रहे हो, बट ये लोग अभी भी दे आर ट्राइंग टू फाइंड. वही है यार, 7वां मैच है आज दोनों का. अगर ये अच्छे से नहीं गया नेक्स्ट 7 मैचेस, मतलब अभी वही है ना यार, ऑल द टीम्स वांट टू सिक्योर द टॉप 4 स्लॉट्स, एंड अगर आप अपने इनिशियल मैचेस नहीं जीत पाते हो, यू आर नॉट एबल टू ब्रिंग दैट मोमेंटम, तो आपको लगता है कि दे आर अंडर प्रेशर एंड यू विल कैपिटलाइज ऑन दैट. Any particular strategy to, you know, because Anurag again strong, Manoj strong batsman, but कहीं ना कहीं अभी तक क्लिक नहीं हो पा रहे, तो उस पर कैपिटलाइज करोगे?
हमारा तो सिंपल ही रहता है, बस इतना कुछ ही नहीं करते.
इतना कुछ नहीं. अच्छा, मुकेश दोडवानी जो बोल रहे थे है ना दुबई के, कि वो ज़्यादा इतना स्ट्रैटेजाइज करते ही नहीं है, वो ऐसा ऑन द गो देख लेते हैं, तो उस
वही है
सेम स्ट्रैटेजी. ओके. सुरजीत, दैट्स नॉट अ वेरी गुड थिंग. सामने वाला टीम बोल रहा है हम तो चेन्नई वुल्फ्स हैं, हम तो स्ट्रैटेजी कुछ लेके चल ही नहीं रहे. आपके लिए, चेन्नई वुल्फ्स के लिए
रीजन?
उन्होंने वही कहा ना कि अभी जैसे आएंगे. अच्छा चलो ठीक है यार, इनके साथ कोई स्ट्रैटेजी आपको आपने सोची नहीं है खास? देख लेंगे. ऐसा क्यों? सुरजीत पूछ रहे थे ऐसा क्यों?
हम इतनी स्ट्रेटेजी करती है नहीं किसी की टीम पे,
किसी भी. अच्छा, इट्स नॉट जस्ट यू, किसी भी टीम के साथ. अच्छा, तो आप वो दुबई वाला स्ट्रैटेजी कर रहे हो किसी की टीम के साथ, बिकॉज इट्स सो अनप्रेडिक्टेबल.
हाँ जी.
सुरजीत,
अभी मैं सोच रहा था अगर खुद के घर कांच के हो तो दूसरों पे पत्थर नहीं मारता.
अरे 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 अरे, लगता है अभिषेक का जादू सब पे चल रहा है, सब वन लाइनर्स लिख के आ रहे हैं. चलो गाइस, नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू कॉल द एम्पायर फॉर द टॉस. कैप्टन, आप दोनों में से कॉल कौन लेगा? सुरजीत, ओके. द वुल्व्स विल बी टेकिंग द कॉल.
हेड्स.
They've gone for heads and tails it is. Delhi have won the toss and एक मिनट just zoom in करो, इसके मुंह पे स्माइल तो देखो यार. Tell me मनमीत, क्या अभी क्या लेने वाले हो?
We will ball first.
Ball first. क्यों यार?
अभी सभी मैच में बैटिंग ही आ रही है.
हाँ जी.
बॉल करेंगे.
अभी बॉल करोगे. You will bowl them out completely. चलो, all the very best. सुरजीत, बताइए अभी एज अ कैप्टन ऑफ अ टीम जो अभी लास्ट 6 मैचेस में, ठीक है, आप 5 हार चुके हो. नॉट द बेस्ट प्लेस टू बी. अभी गोइंग इनटू द 7th मैच, दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है? प्लेयर से क्या बात हुई?
कुछ नहीं भाई, चाहने से क्या नहीं होता. सभी की 8 की 8 टीमें ट्रॉफी चाहती हैं, लेकिन 8 की 8 टीमों को ट्रॉफी मिल नहीं पाएगी ना. अगर जो चाहते हो जाता तो हर कोई अंबानी होता.
अरे,
तो हम सिर्फ प्रोसेस को फॉलो कर रहे हैं, खेल रहे हैं. जीतेंगे नहीं जीतेंगे, मैं अपनी टीम पे प्रेशर नहीं डालने वाला.
ओके, one match at a time. What a fabulous captain. A big round of applause, guys. So guys, just a round off. Day 5, match number 5. Delhi Sharks versus Chennai Wolves. Delhi have won the toss and they have chosen to bowl. Now enough of me, over to my expert analyst.
But last time round, of course, in that last game against Kolkata Hawks, they lost the toss. But this time, the news from the center is Delhi have won the toss and chose to bowl again. No-brainer. They want to put the team to bat. They want to come out, chase it, and chase it successfully.
Yeah, this is a team which thinks they can score 70 every time they go out to bat. So, yeah, they would love to chase.
Of course, we'll have to wait and watch if that happens. And of course, we're ready for that 5th game of the day. Off to our casters, Lucifer, aka Sam, and Cripps.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
अब आगे कुछ भी हो सकता है.
जो खुद की सुनते हैं, दुनिया उनकी सुनती है. लेंस कार्ड आकड़ है,
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for the final game of the day. It's the 5th match. I have 4 glasses and I'm going to do this thing jahan pe the number of matches increases, main utne hi glasses pehnta jaunga. So basically I need a 5th pair of glasses.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
sorry.
Like, okay.
It's okay. You don't need these. Okay, I need these more than you. Trust me.
I mean, I think as our player score runs in the game, here Crips is going to score glasses from anybody who's here down. I am just going to hope you guys save your glasses, that Crips doesn't steal it away. But it's going to be a banger of a game, especially because Delhi Sharks put up a big upset to Kolkata today, and they have a second game especially, and Chennai,
Exactly.
they're the ones who are looking forward to making a comeback.
Exactly. More than I need these glasses, the Delhi Sharks needed a win, and they got one today. But it was still quite a disastrous tournament for them so far, right? They need a lot more to be somewhere near the center of the table. Let's see whether this can be another dub for them, or will they crumble under the pressure.
The first delivery, it is going to be sent towards the back square leg. Still going to be getting a double to start things off slow and steady. One thing for sure that Chennai has always been doing, changing their batting order. Again, this time you can see Manoj coming in already. And I think this is something that they wanted to do previously. But let's see, the second delivery, it's a good one being sent to this point, but still going to be a double.
Good way to start. Manmeet is one of the more stable bowlers, you know. He doesn't have too many wickets to his name, but he doesn't give away too many boundaries either. It's just the best kind of bowler that you want. Not much drama, no frills, no hassles. But for the side of Chennai Wolves, who really love to start strong, especially with Manoj coming on strike, he likes smashing those a little too hard sometimes for his own risk, sometimes works to his detriment. See, these are the kind of shots I'm talking about. All the way across.
Much needed. I think this is what Manoj was trying to find, and a pulsar NS 125-4 coming through. It looks like we have seen a lot of force coming through. I still want to see when we hit a century on the number of tournament sixes.
Oh yeah. Those sixes don't really come by that often. But when they do, oh boy, it is so entertaining to watch them.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like a lot of these sixes can be so heart-wrenching, you know, like they take too much elevation, there's too much height, and you feel like, oh no, this can be a catch-out, but then they go across the boundary nonetheless.
That was a close one. Tried to go for a scoop, but that did not work. But thankfully, leg side will get a wide out of it.
Yeah. Hey, every extra run is a free run. Why would you not take it?
Yes. Still the last delivery. This time connects. It looks like big. It's gone above the fielder's head on 30 yards. Thankfully, it has gone above and will convert to a 4.
See, these are the kind of shots that get me nervous. इतना ऊपर जाता है, मेरे को लगा कि यार गया, ये तो catch out होएगा. And then your mind starts building up all these scenarios, but no, it's safe. It's a 4.
And off the over, that's going to be 16 runs. That first power play is over, but we still have the second power play underway. And this time it's going to be Molan starting things off. Feels like it is going to be a fairly decent start from Chennai Wolves. Going to be a good one, but no conversion, no connection, and Molan starts with a great ball.
Now, Molan is that guy who can really throw you a curveball. He alternates between swing and spin, and honestly, it can be a little difficult to predict. And that's why you need to be very careful whenever Molan's on strike.
A little bit of a misfield, therefore some extra runs is something that Delhi Sharks would have to give away. Nothing much to be worried about for either ends. I feel like the power play is under control on both ends. Chennai Wolves trying to push up. We have seen overs with just 12 runs of a power play, so 16 is still fairly decent. Delhi also controlling things, but finally these dot balls coming in Molan's overs is giving Delhi Sharks their chance of getting a low-scoring game, which they can easily chase in the second innings.
Exactly right. Remember, Delhi were the first team to cross the 70-run mark. But that doesn't mean they can do it again and again. Consistency not really present for the side of Delhi. But hey, at least Chennai Bulls are making it difficult for them with another boundary to boot. Powerful shot, powered by the Pulsar NS125.
Last two deliveries of the second over. It's going to be a good one, but right on the batsman's helmet. They're going to do a lot of damage virtually for him, but Surjit, as you could see his expression, he did not want to give away a dot ball. Now the last delivery. Again a good one. He sends it off. It should find a way through the boundary, but the fielder is also super speeding his way to stop it. Dives, puts a stop. Therefore, there is going to be the third run. However, a 4 and a boundary denied.
Boundary denied. So no Pulsar powerful shot, but plenty of running in between the wickets.
Oh, he still managed to squeeze the 4th run.
Exactly. A lot of these balls which are stopped at the edge of the boundary and the fielder has to make a dive for it, they lose a lot of time trying to gain their composure again and throwing the ball back to the wickets. And that's where you can squeeze in that extra run. So all of that effort to stop the boundary was for nothing. They concede 4 runs nonetheless.
We are still waiting to see a showstopper Pulsar NS125 coming through from the sides of Delhi Sharks, because still even a single wicket has not been taken. Pacer coming through. They push it immediately to point where the fielder is ready. He gets right in his hand, and as we say, the showstopper is here. What a play.
Exactly. You just mentioned it. You basically manifested it, Sam.
Imagine this has been happening. This is the second time. I think previously I spoke about a wicket, and again, I'm the one jinxing it here. I think I should stop speaking about it.
I don't think it was your fault, man. You give yourself too much credit. He tried to go for a cover drive, especially when the ball was at Yorker length. And we've seen that a lot of people are afraid to go for the cover drives, long on, long off, and straight drives and whatnot, because it is quite possible to be caught out in these kind of balls.
Oh, no.
Sheesh!
Oh, for a second I was thinking Anurag, but it's going to be still a wicket, back to back, and Surjit is going to go back to the dugout. It was crucial, and you can see immediately Surjit, he's like, you can do it. I made a mistake with that Yorker length. Should have played it a little tad bit better. But the entire striking end of things have changed. There's no batsman who has had his time here in the pitch.
Exactly. At the end of the power play, the Chennai Wolves were 27 for no loss. The moment it ends, they are down 2 wickets.
And a safe shot being played. Just a push to get runs, and you can see the keeper himself running, therefore extra runs being scored. And it seems to be an overthrow, another run as it runs completely towards the square leg. There's going to be big runs being scored here from Chennai. Somehow they recover the losses of wickets with these 3.
You know what the funny part is? There was a point where the Delhi Sharks misfielded. I don't remember who was on the batting end, but after that misfield, they tried to go for an extra run, and they got run out in the process. Now imagine if Jayesh uses the same trick, deliberately misfields, tempting the batsman to go in for an extra run, and then gets the wicket, and thereby establishing the first hat-trick of the tournament. Imagine if that happened. What a wild scenario.
Yeah. But for now, back-to-back 3 runs is what Chennai Wolves have scored, pushing the score to 33 for the second. We did even think that maybe at the end of the second over, third over, we would still see 27. But playing just grounded shots, only push shots is what we can see from Chennai. They do not want to risk any more wickets because, as we said, the batsmen still haven't had time on the pitch, and both of them are new.
Yeah, I mean, they won't get much time in a game that has only 5 overs. But still, Jay is doing a damn good job for his team. The Sharks continue biting, continue fighting, and Chennai Bulls can only slowly crawl their way up.
Yeah, good play coming in from Jayesh here as of now. A great over that he was able to put a stop to them, took 2 wickets and even just gave them 10 runs. So therefore the total coming up to 37 at the loss of 2 wickets at the end of third over. 2 more overs to go. And again, still keeping the pacer, and this is that dangerous man who put up the death over, Neep. A maiden, not a hat-trick, but still 3 wickets in an over.
Do you think he can repeat that?
He did it today. He would mostly look forward to it again. Running up a short delivery, steps out and makes him miss the ball. A nice one to start things off.
Yep. He tried to play it in an advanced form, moving ahead. Even though the ball was somewhat of short length, it had way too much elevation. And another one like that, bro. You can't keep taking risks like these, Anurag.
I feel Anurag here, he wants to get that lofted shot hit. That's the reason he's stepping up out.
Yeah, but Anurag is one of the stronger batsmen on the side of Chennai Bulls. If he goes down, the entire top order of this team comes crumbling down.
Again, this time tries, it goes straight. Thankfully no fielder, and it pushes to the boundary. A 4.
It is so weird to watch him go for this advanced placement, even though the ball is somewhat short, like just borderline good length.
Yeah.
And usually on short balls, people will play on the back foot, but nope, not Anurag. Not a man who likes to follow the meta. He makes his own rules.
Anurag knows he has to get a lot more runs. That's the reason the boundary was pushed. He still is on strike. A short delivery, again a lofted shot. This time a fielder jumps, but the catch gets missed. Run still going to be there. But a nice save coming in from Delhi rather than giving away a boundary.
This has to be a lesson for Anurag. Every time he's tried this kind of a shot 2 of those balls were dot. One was a boundary, yes, but the second one was almost a wicket. You can't afford to keep repeating this again and again. And this time he goes for a rather straight drive, and that will drive him home. Straight back to the pavilion.
He was playing multiple times on that long on region, and this time made the mistake. It went a little bit wide towards mid-wicket, and he's out. Not something that he wanted, but he has to be okay with it. And as you said, right now the order in the Chennai Wolves batting side has been broken down. It makes things super easy for Delhi Sharks. Are they going to get their double victory today? And if they do, it'll push them towards the top, and they will get back in the race in this GEPL Premier League, where they'll be able to get to the top 4 and qualify later down the line.
I know, right? I mean, if this does turn into a win, this will be the best day for the Delhi Sharks, because they've had a terrible time in this tournament so far. They've been out of form. Plenty of times they've been smacked down. Even though they have the record of the highest runs, they don't have a lot of wins. Unfortunately, records don't get you qualifications. And this is the do-or-die match for both Delhi Sharks as well as Chennai Wolves. Both of those teams have been down in the trenches, struggling for points.
Last over again coming in from Vaibhav. Trying in close for these run-outs. Doesn't go through though. Still going to be a double. But a great over that I can still think about is JS. 2 wickets, 10 runs. None of them have been able to replicate it so far, but the current run rate has been stuck after that at 11, as you can see. 10 and 11, that's all. Again, a straight coming through, this time pushing it right off. One bounce and across. Oh, it's not even directly at the boundary. It's going to be a 6.
Clean shot. Probably the best straight drive we've seen so far in this tournament.
It had the greatest of connections with the bat to go such a length.
Yes. Landing at the tip of the bat. Maximum power.
Oh no! Whew. Close ones. Back to back that these people are making those straight long on long off shots. We just saw wicket. 2 wickets.
We just saw 2 wickets in that same region. And I must remind you, जो भी देख रहा है ये इस गेम में लॉन्ग और लॉन्ग ऑफ शॉट्स एक्चुअली बहुत रेयर होते हैं. बहुत सारे बैट्समैन इस एरिया में नहीं मारते क्योंकि यहाँ पे विकेट गिरने का रिस्क बहुत ज्यादा रहता है.
Because connection जो है क्रिप्स सही तरीके से नहीं बैठता है with the bat, and I think that is where players have a lot of trouble. Last 2 deliveries of the first innings here, Chennai Wolves have pushed it to the half-century mark and got another extra 6 runs. Can they get a lot more? A short delivery coming through, steps ahead, pushes it off with the fielder, tried to dive. He's going to put a stop to it. Therefore, it's going to be just 2 runs that Chennai will be able to get. Simha will still keep the strike for the last delivery.
Vaibhav has done decently so far. Even if he gives away 2 runs in the last ball, Chennai Wolves will have a humble target of 60. And I say humble now because Delhi has the habit of going for 70 runs in a single inning.
There we go.
But that's a wide.
An extra being given away at the last ball, and therefore we for sure can see 60 being the target if they miss this last one. However, there is still chance of them hitting it. Last delivery. A full length one coming through will be pushed towards the fine leg. Will be able to get a double out of it and pushing the score to 61. Chennai Wolves managed to somehow recover off all the losses and mishaps that they had.
Oh yeah, they've had plenty of mishaps. The last 3 batting innings for this team have been absolutely disastrous.
61 is still a good score though.
Yeah, it's very good considering the scores that Chennai has been putting up recently. I mean, these are polar opposite teams, right?
Yeah.
The only similarity between them is that they're struggling for points in the overall scoreboard. But apart from that, Delhi has the record of the highest runs in a single inning. Meanwhile, Chennai has the record for the lowest.
Yes.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app or visit your nearest store.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
Finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
But right now, to start things off, we did see initially that they thought Simha will start up with the bowling, but they then immediately called back Ajay, and it's going to be Ajay who's going to be going in for the second innings, first over of the power play.
There was a point, I think a couple of days ago, where Chennai scored 47. Then yesterday they scored 44. Just this morning they scored 41. They're just dropping lower and lower and lower. So now a target of 62 seems like Delhi has a challenge on their hands.
Interesting. There was still a risky chance that maybe Neep could have gone for a double, but gave that strike to Vaibhav very early on.
Yeah.
Let's see what Vaibhav can do. Again, Vaibhav has not had the greatest of time, but his teammates, however, have recovered things. So let's wait and watch of how it can work out. Their brute has still not come down. It's going to be a scoop. Player is going to be there, so they will stop. No 4 going over there. Nice control, as we can only see singles that Delhi Sharks so far have been pulling off with the first 2 deliveries. Still a long way to go to even end the first over of this power play. Another third delivery coming through, close to short, but this time right towards the fielder, and he gets it. A crucial wicket. Neep is out, but still, now I think is where we end up seeing Biswas step in there. Brute, the man who changed the game last time as well against Kolkata.
Yeah, but how much can he possibly change?
Yeah, without getting a lot of runs to start.
Exactly, this power play hasn't really been kind to the Delhi Sharks. The ball was tossed in the air. Ajay dived across the air to catch that ball mid-air.
Again a scoop, but this time it should beat the fielder. However, pacing on the ball, not that great because he was unable to transfer the speed. And that is still going to be a double coming through. However, Delhi Sharks, it's going to be a shaky start.
Oh, definitely shaky. 9.5 on the Richter scale. I must say though, that fielder over there towards the back had a cool little slide to intercept the ball last time.
Biswas with his first ball. Barely a grounded shot is what he plays. Will be getting himself a double off the ball and will still keep his strike as we move in. Last delivery of the first over and barely 7 runs is what Delhi Sharks were able to do, and also lost a wicket.
Yeah. I don't really mind the low run rate. The wicket is what matters more.
And look at this, it's a big shout coming through. Chances are there, he agrees, and that's a crucial wicket to end the over. The brute, Biswas, is out.
Biswas was responsible for scoring more than 30 runs the last time that this team had a successful batting inning. With the star player gone, the Sharks, they are starting to drown. And I know it sounds uncharacteristic, but when the gills have been punctured, a dill scoop isn't really the smartest idea.
I feel like this has been so far one of the very interesting overs against the side of Delhi Sharks. 7 runs and 2 wickets gone. And that was the first over.
Exactly.
Trouble. And what is this? No reaction from Vaibhav. I think he maybe pressed the button late and he just goes out for free.
I don't think he pressed the button at all.
He was not ready for that. And that's another big wicket down. Delhi crumbling.
He doesn't even react. I don't think he will press the button. नजर हटने की बात नहीं है, लेकिन दुर्घटना तो बहुत ही गंभीर वाली घटी. Simha,
he needs one of your Lenskart glasses. You have to go and give it clips. That was that's an undigestible wicket.
I know, right? You're gonna have nightmares about that one. It will keep you up. Both these teams desperately need this win. And the funny part is, Chennai Wolves do not even need that many wickets, honestly.
Yeah. Imagine, and the power play is still on. 3 wickets already down. A little bit of a misfield here.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
When you have this many wickets, I don't think you give a damn about the fielding.
You can see the pressure already. Required run rate pushed up to 14, where they could have kind of easily gotten it with doubles.
Yeah.
Right?
So now it's getting a little sweaty, but I don't think the run rate really matters anymore. Wicket conservation takes priority for Delhi Sharks.
And you can see how well and a tough ball is what they're putting. 30 yards is only difficult for Delhi Sharks to push that ball.
Exactly. I think this is the first time a team has lost 3 wickets without even crossing double digits into the runs.
As you can see, only push shots is what we can see coming here from the side of Delhi Sharks.
They can't afford to loft it.
Not even a stroke shot. It feels like even if they try for it, the 30 yards fielders that are there, they're still having a chance to get a catch.
Yeah. Perhaps after the power play?
Maybe. When the fielding, when the kind of creases open up a little bit. Another one this time being played towards the point will grant them another double. And that ends the power play. Only 16. Where we have seen 16 runs being confined to a power play single over, not both.
I don't know, man. This seems like such an irony.
And imagine, Delhi Sharks took Kolkata down today itself.
Exactly. Delhi Sharks beat the currently #1 ranked team in the league, and now they're struggling like this.
I mean,
just 5 minutes पहले मैं बोल रहा था कि Delhi Sharks का highest record है 77 runs का, और अब ये क्या हो रहा है?
I imagine this is something in terms of a talking point that even though they were able to get to 77, there were still Rhinos who were able to chase, and Rhinos made something today that they still scored 77 and defended it. This has been a crazy day so far.
Yeah, day 5, definitely full of curveballs. So many storylines emerging out of this day. If you are a fan of GEPL, this is one day where you just cannot afford to miss the matches.
Yeah, day 5 is something of a day. If you miss in terms of the matches that you did not watch, you completely lose out of what happened. And when you see the scoreboard, you're like, wait, what? How did all this happen in a single day? And yes, it did. That is now maybe the fielding has opened up. We can see a lot more towards the boundary lines, but nothing on the side of Delhi Sharks in terms of runs have changed.
Anurag. He's been the man that has rescued this team on several occasions. He's been their savior, their messiah. But this time the ball goes soaring like a missile. No messiah can save this team.
Much needed 6 here. This is that Pulsar NS 125-6, which will give a little bit of a boost for the side of Delhi Sharks, but you can see no expressions changed. Even the expressions are not flinched much on the side of Wolves, because they've done a good job to get those 3 wickets very early on, but they also know there are still chances of that kind of falling flat or completely going in for that reverse sweeps that we generally see, and that curve ball coming to their end of the crease.
Close.
Steps out, tried for a lofted shot, it did not work out. Back to back. Here, now Jayesh trying to do some magic for Delhi Sharks.
You know, the funny part is this was a short ball where he tried to go for an advanced shot, or rather a front foot shot.
Yeah.
This is exactly what Anurag was doing as well.
Yes. He did get one boundary out of it, but then he went out also.
Yeah. Jayesh is literally trying to do the exact same thing that Anurag did in the previous innings. Whether he will be successful or not, that's an entirely different story, but hey.
A full length ball, swept it towards the third man, but the fielder was there. He puts a stop to it, and just the runs, doubles is all they get.
Good enough for now, right?
Yeah, so far.
So far.
But I still feel there's that airy feeling that Delhi Sharks still have in their minds, because the third over is about to get over, and barely they've been able to get 10 runs per over with the 28 score that they have. This time,
okay,
it's just going to be buys that they get, and that also just a single.
Yeah. More than half the balls out. They're not even halfway to the target yet. 32 runs required off of 12 balls. Yeah, that seems challenging enough.
Last 2 wickets is what Delhi Sharks are playing all of it on. And same goes for Chennai Wolves, but they're playing on overs. So not much for them to be worried about. A pacer coming through, Anil. Again, very close. Could have edged and maybe they could have gotten a catch. But as of now, it's just going to chip off on their pads and gloves. Not gloves. If it was gloves also, there could have been a risk.
Yeah, true. Sliding towards the leg side, and the ball goes well outside the off stump. Missed it by a mile.
I mean, there are still chances if they're able to get a couple of fours in this over. They can still manage a chase, but as of now, it doesn't seem to be the case. Another one, again, a front foot shot being missed, but a bouncer warning being given to side of Chennai Wolves. Anil has to play a little bit smart. He cannot give up another one, and if he does, it's going to be a no ball, something that he has to be wary about. But however, Jayesh, the man who strike those boundaries, is unable to act. His front foot shots are not working. This time doesn't step out, just immediately puts it to the back point. However, fielder in the long back point, he'll put a stop to it. So another double coming through finally in this over.
Still 3 dot balls.
Yeah.
Is very, very impressive from Anil. Jayesh though, he's been heralded as one of the strongest batsmen of this team. Apart from Neep, he's the only one who can do some magic, and maybe he's still got some magic in his arms. Blocked it across the third man side.
Much needed Pulsar NS 125.6, which will give again a little bit of an acceleration of hopes, because we spoke about it. They need at least a couple of boundaries, and this 6 is a big boundary. Till the last ball left. A full length delivery again being hit to a off-pitch shot. Fielder will just watch. Another 6. Jayesh brings life back to Delhi Sharks.
The power of life, brought to you by the Pulsar NS 125. That was a close one though.
Yes.
It was a 6, but there was a fielder standing right on the edge of that boundary. Now, if he had a spring in his step, he probably would have caught it.
You can see the pavilion is a little bit worried on the side of Delhi Sharks.
19 runs required. Obviously, they will be worried. Valid concerns over here.
Surjit, the captain, responsible for this last over. The saving grace, can he be a short delivery to start things off? There is the fielder ready. He gets an easy catch. Manmeet is out. And all up to the last wicket on the side of Delhi Sharks. However, their last ray of hope, Jayesh, still alive.
Their last ray of hope, shrouded behind a cloud of darkness, has to find the blow that pierces through this darkness.
How have the tables turned, Cripps? How have the tables turned?
Oh, no, they haven't been turned. They've been flipped into the air. They somersaulted 5 times and then they landed square on their head, cracking it open on the pavement.
Imagine a new batsman coming into the field at this late. However, Jayesh on strike, a short delivery, steps ahead, tries to get fielder ready. He stops it, and Jayesh goes back to the dugout, and an all-out coming through. What a victory for Chennai Wolves. Look at the smiles on their faces, much needed. A lost streak is what they had, and this victory gives back hope for them that they can make that comeback. And Surjit, just before the interview ended, as well as Chetan mentioned this, that Chennai are gearing up for a comeback, and maybe this is the start of all those things.
Hopefully this is the start of that comeback. The Wolves lick their wounds, recover from that devastating streak of losses, and finally have a ray of hope indeed, which illuminates the sky.
Let's go to a break to break these things down, because there's a lot that happened on day 5.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app or visit your nearest store.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
लगता है दिल्ली शार्क्स निजामुद्दीन एक्सप्रेस पकड़ के निकल गई। Guys, a big round of applause, you know, for whom? The Chennai Wolves! Surjit, आइए। दोस्तों, look at him, look at the team. This is what character looks like. 7 में से, you know, starting the first match, जीत गए. 5 consecutive losses. आप सब कॉम्पिटिटिव खेलते हो, आपको पता है वो आपके दिमाग में क्या अफेक्ट कर सकता है. बट सुरजीत coming in every time saying कि you know what, one match at a time, and finally he's beaten and in such an incredible way. सुरजीत क्या कहना चाहते हो about today's performance?
पूरा टीम एफर्ट था. मैंने टीम को पहले बोला था आप इंडिविजुअली इतने अच्छा खेलते हो, इतने रेपुटेड प्लेयर हो, तो अपना इंडिविजुअल सोचो कि मेरे को 14-15 रन मारने हैं. तो पहले तो हम फंबल करे 3 ओवर 37, लेकिन ऑल थैंक्स टू अनिल एंड सिम्हा who brought the target past 60.
बिल्कुल.
और लेकिन हमारे जो ओपनर बॉलर्स हैं लाइक अजय एंड सिम्हा 60 रन के टारगेट को 80 बना दिया उन्होंने, जिस तरह का पावर प्ले बॉलिंग किया. तो ऑल टीम एफर्ट.
पावर प्ले में 3 विकेट, व्हाट वाज दैट?
इट वाज अ मेंटल विक्ट्री फॉर अस बिकॉज दे आर आल्सो स्ट्रगलिंग.
बिल्कुल. सो सुरजीत एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा कि कम एंड ये दिस इज अ ब्रॉडर क्वेश्चन बट बिकॉज आप इधर हो एज अ प्लेयर, जब आप कंटिन्यूसली हार रहे हो, है ना, स्टिल व्हाट इज दैट वन थिंग विच कीप्स यू गोइंग कि नहीं यार चलो विक्ट्रीज अराउंड द कॉर्नर, मैं पहुंचने ही वाला हूँ, लाइक वो क्या एक चीज़ है विच कीप्स यू गोइंग?
सबसे पहले तो मोटिवेशन ही होता है कि यहाँ तक आते हैं हम, जैसे कि डीमोटिवेशन होता है. ऐसा जो बोलेगा कि नहीं होता है कि भाई हारने से हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, वो संदीप महेश्वरी के सेशन होते हैं. लेकिन यहाँ पे तो भाई होता है, और मोटिवेटेड खुद को सेल्फ मोटिवेशन देना पड़ता है. यहाँ पर ऐसे कोई किसी के लिए तालियां नहीं बजाता, क्योंकि हारे थे तो हमारे रूम में आके कई लोग मजे भी ले रहे थे हमारे. तो वो चीज़ें फेस करना थोड़ा मुश्किल तो होता ही है, टफ टाइम था, लेकिन ये कमबैक ऑफ ऑल टाइम होगा हमारा ये.
बिल्कुल.
होपफुली हम ट्रॉफी उठाएंगे.
बिल्कुल. A big round of applause for the team. Thank you, captain. आज कोई मजे नहीं उठाएगा चेन्नई वुल्फ्स के, हैं? Guys, this was day 5, match number 5. 25 matches खत्म हो चुके हैं. We know the results for this. Chennai Wolves have won. Now over and out to my expert analysts.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted. Lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
Well, of course, what a day it has been. Well, certainly full of upsets. Chennai Wolves finally howling in style, getting that all-important victory before the end of the day. What a game. All-round performance, Chetan.
Absolutely. I mean, they were trailing. They were trailing the other teams. और आज ये victory बहुत ज़रूरी थी to keep pace with the other sides. And you know what? It's been a day of upsets. It's been a day of surprises. It's been a day of turnarounds. तो चेन्नई कैसे पीछे रह सकती थी? That's what they did. Got the victory, the all-important victory. 5-match losing streak has been snapped. Chennai with the win.
Chennai, incredible effort that all round, because they were reeling under pressure from that loss that they came forward from. But in the end, when they came out, that happens only when you take absolutely no pressure. Say, jo hoga, wo dekha jayega.
And like I said before the game, I was talking to the Chennai players, and they were like, "Koi tension nahi hai. They've been losing, koi baat nahi hai. They will win. They will turn it around. They will make the best comeback of the tournament, and maybe it has just started."
There it is, of course, the Chennai Wolves, that batting line are pretty consistent of what they were really expected to do. Finally, they have started doing that. The batters then, from the start to the end, well, they started slow there, but eventually from the losses that they had in terms of wickets, they got to a decent total. I mean, 60 was a good one.
Yeah, every time we have seen that, teams cross 60, वो defendable target लगता है. बहुत rare occasions पे 60, 65, एक occasion पे 70 भी chase हुआ है. So every time you cross the 60 barrier, you think, okay, you know what, this is defendable. And Manoj, Surjit, Anurag, they did the bulwark. And the runs hadn't been coming, but they did. A team performance, like you said, Roshan. It was a team performance for them to get together. And then their bowling finally coming good after day one. And they picked wickets regularly. We spoke about how Surjit, Simha, Ajay, they needed to get back to the wickets. They really needed to get back to the wickets, and that's what they did. Jayesh, 32, too little, too late. The match was gone. 1-4, 2-4. The match was gone.
That is of course, the fifth game has been full of surprises because Chennai Wolves, out of nowhere, they came forward with a good all-round performance. And when you look at that bowling stat, of course, Ajay there getting those two crucial wickets. Ajay and Surjit pretty much the pick there.
Yeah, I mean, 2 wickets for Ajay, 2 wickets for Surjit. Anil, again, still expensive, but they will get back. Simha, 1 for 9. We've been talking about how Chennai had been struggling with the, not taking any wickets. High economy rates. Aaj wo change kiya unhone. They were confident about it, despite those 5 losses, कि हम turn around कर लेंगे. And that's what they did.
And Chennai's bowling, of course, remember they took the wicket of Neep first, which was the biggest setback for the likes of Delhi. Eventually, Bishwas was expected to fire, and of course, Webber, quick, back to back, and then boom, they were out of the game, Delhi.
Yeah, and 2-7-7. When you're chasing 60 and you're 7 for 3, that's game over. In the second over itself, that is game over.
Exactly. Right at 1.1, they were 7 for 3, and from there, of course, the hope started dwindling down. But again, not everything is lost for Delhi out there from that side because it's just that one-off game. And like we are seeing all that matches of upsets which are happening. I think that just gave them that little stepping stone into getting and believing that, look, we can really turn things around in our favor.
Yeah, you know what? When they would have seen this 61 target, they would have thought, okay, you know what? We can get it. Remember, Delhi is the side that has put up 270 plus scores, apart from London Rhinos, of course. So they would have thought, you know what? Maybe we can chase it down. They got a decent start, but that second wicket, that is what cost them. And I think, kudos to Chennai for really hurting them.
Finally, the jinx has been broken. The losing jinx has been broken, and that's how the summary looks like. Sima with that 15 overall performance, though not individual brilliance, but at the end of the day, you look at that. I mean, talking about a score in 5 overs. Remember, if you're wondering that, well, how can a 15 be a good performance? But it's a cumulative performance which got them to that 60, or rather round of 60 in that 5 overs, which is again a decent total. But again, you will have to give up for the bowling effort of Chennai, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's an all-round performance, as you said. With the bat, with the ball. ये जब losing streak बन जाती है कि आप हारते ही जा रहे हैं, एक या तो individual performance चाहिए या आपको एक collective performance चाहिए. And I think Chennai put in that collective performance and they got those 2 points. It was absolutely necessary for them to win this game.
Well, of course, you'll have to give credit to the likes of the captain there, Surjit Singh, for really keeping his team together when the team was in shambles, and then eventually pushing them to do something extraordinary against a team, remember, which has just upset the table toppers.
Yeah, and Delhi had that win today. You know what? They had that win. And this has been a day of surprises, a day of turnarounds. So Delhi had that momentum. But for Chennai to trump that, to turn that around, I think that was great to see.
But one man, of course, who helped his team turn around there, 2 wickets. And like I said, it's all again being a day for bowlers. Then 2 wickets for Surjit, which really makes him that crucial turning point of the game from a bowling perspective. We did see Chennai batting pretty well. The bowling was something that was really an area of concern. And now they seem to have picked their socks up.
Yeah, and it was a really popular victory. I mean, everybody was watching. Every team was seeing what was being done. और जैसे ही चेन्नई जीते ना, everybody was up on their feet. And it's good to see that camaraderie among all the teams, amongst all the 48 players, among all their team managers. And it's so heartening to see that the competition is in good health.
Well, and for the start then, when Chennai talk about the partnerships which has taken place with them, a decent for the start at least. Chennai was 26, Manoj and Surjit again giving them that opening which was necessary. And then again, there was one quick wicket, again, Anurag going out for a 0. You expected him to perform. Not really this time, but again, it was sufficient from them for the runs perspective.
Yeah, it was that Surjit Anurag wicket, that they didn't have that partnership there. वहाँ पे लगा कहीं ये दोबारा उसी direction में तो नहीं चले जाएंगे. But you know what? Simha, Anurag, Anil, they said no, we're not letting that happen again. They got to that total, which was defendable in the end. So partnerships key, they bugged up and they scored those runs.
Delhi on the other end, well, they had to think, not really think out of the box. I think they just really lost quick wickets. And I'm talking about players or athletes who really have the potential to score some good big runs on the board. And that's how it's been again. Neep, I think, quick follow wicket for Neep, and I think it was again Chennai was out because he was the one who was really giving them some decent starts.
Yeah, 2-5-0 in the first 7-8 deliveries. Yeah, you're done. That's your game over, really. 36 of 18, Jayesh and Manmeet trying their best. That was never going to turn things around. They never gave up, but it wasn't going to be enough.
Manmeet, of course, did try and eventually was the last hope there for the likes of the Delhi Sharks. But again, Jayesh with that final wicket, with that final nail in the coffin, it was all done for the likes of the Delhi Sharks. What happens now for Delhi Sharks is it's just one loss for them. They don't go out of the contention of making their way in that top 4. But again, you talk about Chennai, it's a relief for them, finally, some movement from that bottom.
Yeah, I mean, they're not moving really up top. It's just 4 points. The other teams have 6 and 8. लेकिन अगर आज ये मैच भी नहीं जीते, 2 पे ही रह जाते, तो एक गैप बन जाता है. जो उनके साथ 4 पे हैं, उनके साथ, और जो 6 और 8 पे है, उनके साथ तो बहुत बड़ा गैप बन जाता है. That would have probably put them under a lot of pressure, if not ended their tournament. Chennai Wolves batting pitch map. You can see a lot of wickets there, those red wickets, because they've been struggling with the bat, but you can also see a lot of runs they've scored. Those blue dots are really important here. Not as many yellow and green dots, because things haven't been working out for them so well, but they're finding a way. It's not always about 4s and 6s. It's also about maneuvering the field. Melbourne Cricket Ground hai, common ground hai puri tournament mein. For all the players, that's a common derivative. So from that aspect, it's also important कि आप लंबी boundaries का use करें. Big boundaries, use them, maneuver the field.
Well, that, of course, from that batting pitch map perspective, but from the bowling side, things could have been a little better than for the likes of the Chennai Wolves. But again, it's just that first off day that they really did well for now. This is, of course, a total cumulative that you're watching right now. And the dots have come for sure, but also the wickets, few of them really helps them.
Yeah, and you look at the blue ones. The blue ones are the one to watch out for Chennai. What was going wrong with them? They are all over the place. There's not a particular line or length that they are bowling. And this is a cumulative pitch map. We know we want to tell our viewers. सारे matches का accumulation है यहाँ पे. तो वो एक particular strategy से bowling नहीं कर रहे हैं. They are all over the place. And that's why you can understand कि वो पिछले 5 match में क्यों ऐसे losses को suffer कर रहे थे. Today, you know, they got it together. और उनको एक area में bowling करनी पड़ेगी, like the other teams have been doing.
But other teams have really taken it on themselves to study the batter, whoever is about to come out, and bowling likewise, which is really helping him. Now Chennai have it corrected. But again, this has been a day of upsets, things we weren't able to predict. From analyst perspective or either from a caster's perspective, well, not many of them. But in the end of the day, you see about that runs which have come in. Well, I think a lot of they would actually take more towards the offside, isn't it?
Yeah, they've been trying to attack the offside. It hasn't really worked for them a lot. Today, again, a concentrated effort to use the other sides of the field against the fast bowling. That worked for them. अगर हम spin की तरफ देखें कि उन्होंने क्या किया है, 32% towards the point of fast, लेकिन उन्हें spin की तरफ कैसे किया है? They have targeted the other end, 38%. They've not even tried to play down the ground. And that is where they were hurt during the power play. So, yeah, good distribution. Again from Chennai. Again, they maneuvered the field today. It has worked for them. It was time it worked for them.
But also gives them a lot of scope to improvise on whatever they have actually faltered in right at the start. But this is again an important victory from a perspective that Chennai still have a long way to go. And like we've been telling you all that these teams are going to play each other twice. We have 8 teams out there battling it out for the 11 days that we have. But eventually we'll have a look at those 4s and 6s which came about in both the innings. Brought to you by Pulsar NS125 Showstopper. The fours and sixes were there, but so were the wickets. Well, a few of them fell down for the likes of Chennai, but Delhi Sharks were all out. Surprising for a lot of us, but let's have a look at the wickets brought to you by Lenskart. Delhi Sharks will have to wear the thinking cap on before they come down for the next game, because it's been pretty up and down for them with the kind of scoring that they've had. They need to find that consistent ground. Now, what does it do to the points? The question is, Chennai have a movement there, but Delhi Sharks eventually, well, I think somewhere in that between are still safe. But Chennai Wolves really have a long way to go before they can actually catch up with the other guys there.
Yeah, I mean, there's still be a lot of difference, but at the end of the day, those 2 points were really important. They needed those 2 points. There's just no doubt about it. अगर आप पांचवें दिन, we spoke about how this is the halfway stage. ये पांचवा दिन है competition का, halfway mark पे जा रही है tournament, and अगर distance बन जाता है teams के बीच में, then it becomes a really big problem to catch up. 7 मैच हो गए हैं, लेकिन अभी भी नीचे हैं. दिल्ली शार्क्स को भी उन्होंने अपने आप खींच लिया है, और हमने ये बात की थी कि दिल्ली शार्क्स की जो परफॉर्मेंस है doesn't reflect on the points table, but at the same time, Dubai Vipers will be very happy at the end of the day. Surprise toppers, because Kolkata and Mumbai both lost their matches today. London Rhinos moving up as well. Lots to do for Sydney, New York, Delhi, and of course, Chennai.
The battle is more important for the top 4 spot. Remember, they go for that qualifiers, eventually the eliminator, onto that big land finale, which we have coming up in a few, or rather a week from now on. That's what is important for these two teams to now start putting pressure on, especially when they're playing out there, and makes things interesting. And from that view of the top runs, they just still tops that chart.
Yeah, but it was a good performance from Biswas in the first game of the day. Pradyumna continuing his consistent run. So not much to separate the top 3. Jayesh and Manish, they didn't have a good day, but tomorrow is a new day. They will probably catch up.
Well, and that leaderboard, of course, keeps shifting around. If you see, the likes of Tejas and Bishwas have been consistent with their performance, with a lot of more games to go. I'm pretty sure that competition will also heat up. But on the other side, we talk about the bowlers, how things have been in that bowling perspective. I think we have some fabulous, options there who can actually come up.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a tournament where the wickets have been at a premium. लेकिन आज के दिन की बात करें हम, तो wickets have been really coming thick and fast. जो भी आज upsets हुए हैं, इन wickets की वजह से हुए हैं. मिर्धा जी, Kolkata Hawks, he's been the most consistent wicket taker. Mukesh, Ajay, Molan, Shivam, not much to separate from all of those 5. Again, like I said, wickets have been at a premium. अगर आपके पास ऐसे गेंदबाज हैं, it sets you up really well for your later matches.
Well, now, of course, we've had a day which has been more of the highlights with respect to bowlers. But we talk about the strike rate perspective for the batters who have played out there. Remember, it was actually dominated from the start with the batters, but eventually the bowlers now finding patterns and eventually trying to make their marks.
Yeah, I mean, Tejas for me stands out. Absolutely stands out. 253 strike rate, 147 runs. This guy bats in the power plays, and when you're able to do that, yeah, perfect. Perfect. I think that's the player who stands out.
You'll have seen his interesting story as well earlier on, and what really makes him more exciting is how he comes and performs here as an individual, also with his team. We'll talk about the economy rate from the bowling perspective of the bowlers, which really tells us of how the bowlers are also catching up now in that league.
Yeah, I mean, it's a changing table. Just like the points table, it has been a changing table. Neep, 3 wickets in 1 over today, and that economy coming down. 3 wickets, no runs, and that helped his economy come down. So when you can take 6 wickets at less than 10 in over in a tournament like this, brilliant performance.
Well, brilliant performance from the Chennai Wolves, certainly. And of course, we were talking about them having some sleep, finally, or rather having some peaceful sleep. They can actually go back, to their hotels and say that, look, okay, let's just chill for now. I think they've just thought about too much from the game perspective without any pressure. Again, you come with pressure, there's a different story. You come without pressure, it's a different story. But they have to come back fresh, take that confidence from that last victory that they have and come afresh. Remember, like you just said, tomorrow is a new day for them. These teams are playing again tomorrow. And we certainly cannot crack a pattern which is received because some of the best and the finest teams have actually gone dwindling down. So it makes things more interesting. And for now, of course, that's all that we have for day 5. But we have Neeraj and Captain Price. Let's go to them.
Thank you, analyst. Neeraj? Neeraj?
हाँ भाई
चालू हो गया
यार मैं चेन्नई वुल्फ्स के लिए प्रे कर रहा था
Oh my God. What a fantastic game, यार. But
What
still,
a game.
वही कि थोड़ी सी गलतियां हो जाती है. There are some mistakes made. It's all about how you work on them.
Yeah.
There's still few days left, so I hope they will have a comeback. All I can do is hope, right? I cannot go and play. They're going to play, and they need to work hard. They need to really sit down, have a meeting, work on their strategies, and maybe we get to see the rise of Chennai.
बिल्कुल. And यार today has been यार a day of upsets.
Yeah, true.
आज जो भी फेवरेट हमने सोचा था, ऑडियंस ने सोचा था, सब हार गए. मुंबई, कोलकाता, लास्ट मैच दिल्ली. तो that just goes to say यार कि कितना unpredictable tournament है.
I mean, that's the beauty of e-cricket, right? Like, आप अगर on-field cricket की भी बात करेंगे, until the last ball is done, you cannot say anything. Everything is unpredictable. Like, क्या पता यार last ball पे 3 रन बचे हो, 2 रन बचे हो, wicket चला जाए, हार जाओ, or there's a need of a 6 and you actually hit that 6. हो सकता है ऐसी चीजें, right? And e-cricket में भी
talk about misfielding. कितने misfieldings हो रहे हैं?
I mean, imagine that with जो हम बात कर रहे हैं इतने टाइम से कि हाँ, this is the over of the tournament. 3 wickets and a maiden. I mean, Neep, that guy is crazy when he's bowling. So ऐसी चीजें होती रहेंगी. We'll see it more and more.
You know, that's my cue to call the 5 MVPs today of the 5 matches. Guys, a big round of applause for Mukesh Dodwani, Dubai Vipers.
Come on, boys, come up on stage.
Neep, Delhi Sharks. Captain Akshat Kondal for Sydney Panthers. Sukhpreet Singh, captain once again for London Rhinos. And man of the moment, captain of Chennai Wolves, Surjit Singh.
Please put your hands together
big
for
round
all
of applause,
these
guys.
The reason they're here is they are man of the match of all the 5 games, right? Now there are specific categories क्यों इनको मिला है ये man of the match title. So मुकेश देखो यार ये बहुत टाइम से खेल रहा है बंदा, ठीक है? कभी भी कुछ भी करके चला जाएगा. You'll have no clue about what he's gonna do next. ठीक है? वो हमें भी एकदम आश्चर्यचकित छोड़ देता है. So मुकेश basically scored 19 runs in 10 balls. That was the highest run rate an individual batsman has had today.
Let's hear it from Mukesh himself. कि यार strategy क्या है? मुझे पता है मुकेश की कोई strategy है नहीं. But let's hear it from him. यार मुकेश आज का jokes aside, results talk for themselves. Dubai Vipers are the table toppers. जितना भी आप बोल रहे हो कि strategy नहीं है, शायद वही strategy है.
ऐसा नहीं है यार. Strategies नहीं है अभी तक कि मैच जब होता है ना अपन बॉल बाय बॉल देखते हैं उसके अकॉर्डिंग strategy बनती है नेक्स्ट बॉल के अकॉर्डिंग. बाकी जब मैच हो गया मैं चाह रहा हूँ लीड फ्रॉम द फ्रंट करूँ एंड अल्टीमेटली टीम को विन मिल रही है वो ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है.
Great, यार, great. Let's go to Neep. Neep, यार, you have been a little silent. आप इतने vocal नहीं हो, but इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि on field I think you're very vocal. आज का जो performance था, उसके बारे में थोड़ा बात करते हैं. Coming into the day today, क्या आपको लगा था कि you will be standing here at the end of the day as an MVP?
हाँ.
Of course. अब फिर क्या भाई?
Actually क्या है वो हम लोग का must win game था वो.
Yeah.
Do and die मैच था.
बिल्कुल.
तो इसलिए थोड़ा सा वो बॉलिंग में अच्छा करना ही पड़ेगा.
बिल्कुल.
तो इसलिए अच्छा हो गया.
तो आपने खुद के ऊपर ही ले लिया कि यार ये मेरा टीम अगर जीतना है तो I have to do something. And आपने अपना जलवा दिखा दिया. Great, यार, great. Let's go to Akshat. Akshat, I think 19 years old, one of the youngest boys here in the tournament. But यार जिस तरीके से जो consistency से Sydney Panthers game खेल रहा है ना, I am really looking forward to this team. अक्षर टेल मी यार, क्या दिमाग में अभी क्या चल रहा है? एंड स्पेशली आप बोल रहे थे कि इनमें से कितने लोगों ने आपको सिखाया है, गेम सिखाया है?
बहुत सारे लोगों से सीखा है, मतलब सुखी पाजी भी एक है, ये भी है, तो सबसे सीखा है। बट आज का जो था, किसी मैच में मैं ओपन नहीं कर रहा था, तो आज जो था चेज था, टारगेट अगर 12 की रन रेट से चलना है, तो मैंने सोचा कि आज ओपन कर लेते हैं। स्ट्रेटजी पहले ही था कि अगर 12 का रन रेट रहेगा तो चेज हम ही करेंगे। देन फिर उसके बाद आया तो लास्ट तक लेकर गया। वही स्ट्रेटजी।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, एंड इट हैज वर्कड यार, इट हैज वर्कड फॉर यू एंड ऑल द बेस्ट। आई होप आपका फॉर्म ऐसे ही रहे। लेट्स नाउ टॉक टू सुप्रीत पाजी। पाजी बताइए, यू आर वन ऑफ द नोन प्लेयर्स, यहाँ पे सब आपको जानते हैं। आई थिंक आप सबके साथ खेल चुके हैं एंड आई थिंक आप सबके साथ जीत भी चुके हैं इन द प्रीवियस रियल क्रिकेट टूर्नामेंट। अक्षर बोल रहा सबके साथ जीत गए, सबके फेवरेट है। इनको फाइनल प्रीत भी बुलाया जाता है सुरजीत, है ना? उसके पीछे का क्या स्टोरी है? यस,
हमारे और वहाँ पे ना लोकल टूर्नामेंट्स होते थे, वो भी छोटे मोटे प्राइस पूल नहीं होते थे, 2-2, 3-3 लाख, 4-4 लाख के प्राइस पूल होते थे। अच्छे मैनेजर्स थे, उसमें भी इसने कम से कम 3 या 4 टूर्नामेंट हुए हैं और सभी में नॉकआउट्स में गया, सेमीफाइनल, फाइनल। इसीलिए इसको फाइनल प्रीत बोलते हैं।
फाइनल प्रीत कहते हैं, ओके। एंड फाइनल प्रीत कैप्टन ऑफ लंदन राइनोस। चलिए फाइनल प्रीत जी, आज के परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में थोड़ा बात करते हैं।
सर आज का इंडिविजुअल से ज़्यादा अगर टीम का मेरा ज़्यादा था, सिर्फ मैंने 20-25 रन थे, लेकिन टीम ने 70-80 के आसपास स्कोर किया। तो 2-3-20 शिवम, प्रवीण आहिर और तेजस, सबका जो कलेक्टिवली वो था परफॉर्मेंस था, उस हिसाब से अच्छा हाईएस्ट स्कोर बनाया।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, तो आप ये कह रहे हो कि टीम जीता क्योंकि टीम परफॉर्मेंस था।
बिल्कुल,
वाह यार, एंड आई थिंक वही है यार, जीपीएल जो है ये बेस्ड है रियल क्रिकेट पे, बट इट्स अ टीम स्पोर्ट। ये सारे इंडिविजुअल प्लेयर्स आर वेरी गुड, बट playing as a team is a different ball game altogether. And team Rhinos is an example that individually भी अच्छे है, but as a team भी बहुत अच्छे है. A big round of applause guys for all of them. But yeah, let's finish off. Surjeet, यार, I think Surjeet is the most interesting character today, surely because उनके consistency. Every match मैंने उनसे पूछा था, यार सुरजीत अभी क्या चल रहा है दिमाग में, और उन्होंने बोला भाई 1 game at a time. मुझे नहीं पता आगे का हम क्या हार गए थे, क्या हम जीतने वाले, वो मत पूछो, 1 game at a time. बताइए सुरजीत, what मतलब is this generally how you are?
Yes, बचपन से ही ऐसा हूँ मैं, तो
बचपन से आपको कैसे पता? बचपन से
टीचर बोल रही है तूने पढ़ाई किया एग्जाम के लिए?
नहीं, बचपन में मुझे तो नहीं याद रहता था कि मैं कैसा था भाई। देखो मुझे आज भी जाके मेरे स्कूल वाले पूछेंगे ना, भाई तू बदमाशी करता था, मैं बोलूंगा नहीं मैं तो नहीं करता था, लेकिन मैं एक्चुअली में करता था।
बचपन ये नहीं होता कि बचपन हमारा शुरू हो जाता है जब से हम जन्म लेते हैं। बचपन 4-5 साल 6 साल से भी शुरू होता है, क्योंकि मैं 3 साल का था जब मेरे फादर एक्सपायर हो गए थे, तो मैंने सब कुछ अपने एक्सपीरियंस से सीखा है।
ओके, दैट्स इम्प्रेसिव।
तो खुद को ही मोटिवेट करना सीखा है। लेकिन आज का जो मैन ऑफ द मैच है, मुझे नहीं लगता मैं इतना डिजर्व करता हूँ, पूरी टीम ही डिजर्व करती है जिस हिसाब से आज गेम हुआ है। उन्होंने मुझे को टेम्पो सेट करके दिया और लास्ट ओवर में 2 विकेट आए, उसी वजह शायद मुझे मैन ऑफ द मैच मिला है। और मेन बात है कि जो हमारे मुझे बुरा लग रहा था जिनके लिए, हमारी टीम के लिए तो लग ही रहा था, लेकिन केके हो गया और जॉब फिलिप हो गया हमारा मैनेजर, ये लोग ना, इनको मुझे लग रहा था कि ये अपने फ्रेंड्स के बीच में घूम रहे हैं एंड ऑल, उनको भी थोड़ा डाउन फील होता होगा, तो मुझे उनके लिए काफ़ी बुरा लग रहा था। लेकिन हैट्स ऑफ टू दिस गाइज, ये लोग पॉजिटिव रहे और हमको ऊपर से पॉजिटिव किया इन लोगों ने। आई थिंक दिस मैन ऑफ द मैच आई विल अवार्ड टू देम।
यार I would have called you guys up on stage, मैं बुलाता स्टेज पे, लेकिन अभी के लिए ये 5 लोग हैं, तो
बिल्कुल
चलो थोड़ा मजे करते हैं, मजे करते हैं ना। इधर आओ,
a big round of applause to
मुकेश भाई
all of us.
इधर आओ, सबसे पहले तो मुकेश भाई इधर आओ। हाँ, सब मेरे पास आओ, ठीक है। झुंड बना के नहीं, मुझे मारना नहीं है, ठीक है? मेरे को मार नहीं रहे हो। इन चारों में से अगर आपको किसी भी टीम से एक प्लेयर उठा लेना है, ठीक है, किसकी टीम से उठाओगे? अपनी टीम में लाने के लिए, सच बताना। सब सुन रहे हैं।
Okay.
नहीं, इन चारों में से मतलब इनके टीम से लेना है, इसको ही नहीं उठा लेना है भाई।
इनके टीम में और कौन कौन है यार? अनुराग भाई।
अनुराग किधर हो आप? अनुराग है क्या यहाँ पे? हाँ देखो खड़े हैं वहीं पे। तो अगर ये ले लेते हैं, आप किसको लोगे? एक्सचेंज ऑफर है, ठीक है नहीं, मैं बना रहा हूँ, ठीक है? ये बस मेरी मनगणन कहानियां है बस।
एक्सचेंज ऑफर चेन्नई का प्लेयर तू राइनो से पूछ रहा है?
क्रॉस एक्सचेंज होगा ना, डायरेक्टली थोड़ी दे देंगे। वो आप उनको लोगे, फिर ऐसे कुछ कर देंगे।
जीपीएल है, यहाँ पे कुछ भी हो सकता है।
इन्होंने मेरे से अनुराग भाई लिया है, तो अगर मुझे चांस मिलता है, वैसे अनुराग भाई का बैकअप कोई है नहीं, लेकिन मैं इनकी टीम में से फिर मनीष को लेना चाहूंगा अपनी टीम में।
ओके
देखो मैं किसी से भी किसी को नहीं लेने वाला हूँ, बट हम बातचीत कर रहे थे ना थोड़ा बहुत। देखो जब भी सुखप्रीत के पास माइक आता है ना, ये देखो दे देगा बंदा, मुझे पता है। सो नीप आपसे शुरुआत करते हैं, मैं इसको लास्ट में पकड़ूंगा, ठीक है? बहुत सारा बात करना है। सो नीप, आज का दिन पे जो आपका सबसे बेस्ट ओवर था, वी हैव ऑलरेडी अनाउंस्ड इट एज द ओवर ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट। ऐसे एक्सपेक्टेड परफॉर्मेंसेस क्या हम आगे रख सकते हैं आपसे? एंड डिड यू एक्चुअली थिंक क्या आपने पास में ऐसे परफॉर्मेंसेस दिए हैं कि एक ओवर में मेडन +3 विकेट्स?
पहले तो नहीं दिया है, अभी
बहुत सारे फैंस देख रहे हैं।
पहले नहीं दिया था, लेकिन अभी ट्राई करूंगा कि अगले मैच में भी हो।
राइट, सो आई रेकन आप काफी दूर से आए हैं, यू आर फ्रॉम द ईस्ट, राइट? आप कोलकाता से हैं शायद से, यू आर फ्रॉम गुवाहाटी। सो अगर आप गुवाहाटी से आए हैं, गुवाहाटी में बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो कि ऐसे रिमोट लोकेशंस वगैरह में खेलते हैं, राइट? सो उनके लिए आपका कोई मैसेज रहेगा?
मेरा मैसेज यही है कि ये खेलो और जीतो, और क्या बोलेगा,
खेलो और जीतो बस, ठीक है? अभी इनको थोड़ा माइक दो तो, इधर आओ सर आप। हाँ इधर आओ, मेरे पास आओ, मैं जाने नहीं देने वाला इतने आसानी से। कैमरा में देख के सच सच बताना, ठीक है? अगर टूर्नामेंट जीत गए किसको डेडिकेट करोगे? एकदम सच सच कैमरा में देख के बताना, ताकि मेरे पास एविडेंस रहे। ये देखो, ये बगल में से बोल रहा है कि मैंने भी सपोर्ट किया है। सच बताओ किसको डेडिकेट करोगे, और सिर्फ एक ही इंसान को डेडिकेट कर पाओगे? ये मैंने ऐसे बाधा रेखा बना दी है।
दविंदर सिंह।
ओह दविंदर पाजी कहाँ गए?
What?
दविंदर और मुकेश, चलो कहाँ गए दविंदर और मुकेश? तो मुकेश का नाम ले लिया, नहीं तो अभी लगता है बाहर जाके बोलता है वो मेरा नाम क्यों नहीं लिया, इधर। बट सीरियसली गाइज, रियली वेल प्लेड, एंड आप लोग आज जरूर मैन ऑफ द मैच बने हैं। मैं आशा करूंगा मैं कि आप आगे भी ऐसे मैन ऑफ द मैच बनते रहे, मैन ऑफ द मैच बनते रहे।
थैंक यू।
सोच रहा हूँ अगर आप लोगों की एक टीम बन जाती ना यार,
ऐसा
अगर
करते हैं,
पांचों की टीम बन जाती तो ये
We are
टूर्नामेंट
wrestling
जीत
as a
पाते।
new team.
आप लोग बता दो यार, जो ऑडियंस में है, जीत जाते क्या टूर्नामेंट इन पांचों की टीम बन जाती तो? पक्का पक्का। चलो इसी बात पे आप हरा देते, कोई बोल रहा है हरा देते, भाई अलग कॉन्फिडेंस है। उसी बात पे वी गोना डू समथिंग, ठीक है? मैं काउंट करूंगा 3, 2, 1, और मेरा 1 होते ही सबको साथ में बोलना है फाइंड योर ग्लोरी, ठीक है? रेडी? और हम भी करेंगे आप लोगों के साथ, हम आपको अकेले नहीं छोड़ेंगे, ठीक है? माइक सेंटर वाले को दे दो और सब लोग साथ में जोर से बोलना, ठीक है? एनर्जी आना चाहिए एकदम, ऐसा है कि ये स्टेडियम फट जाए। रेडी? ऑलराइट, ऑन माय काउंट 3, 2, 1, फाइंड योर ग्लोरी।
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so
Take your
much.
seats. Thank you so much.
ये बंदा मैं बता रहा हूँ,
चलिए।
मैं रहूंगा ना अगली बार स्टेज पे नहीं आएगा।
Yep.
All right. And with that being said, Day 5 खत्म हो चुका है यार, अभी स्टार्ट हुआ था, खत्म हो गया। 5-6 मैचेस और हो जाते तो अच्छा कोई बात नहीं।
नहीं, एक दिन में 5 मैचेस
एक
बस
दिन में
हो
5
रहा है,
मैचेस
बहुत
बहुत होते हैं,
एक्साइटमेंट हो रहा
exhaust हो
है,
जाते
बहुत
हैं
ज़्यादा
लोग।
एक्साइटमेंट हो रहा है।
Right.
Guys, JetSynthesys presents the Global E-Cricket Premier League. मत भूलिए, you can watch us on Jio Cinema, and don't forget to watch the new episodes dropping in at 5 p.m. daily. Now GEPL would like to thank its official sponsors. Title sponsor JetSynthesys. Official partner Lenskart, Bajaj Pulsar NS 125, Dhruv Global School, Finolex Pipe, Fleetguard Filtrum.
Well, along with that, we also have as our official partners Gigabyte, AMD, Flipkart, LG Ultra Gear, and of course, Zebronics. Along with that, we'll also have our broadcast partner, Sports 18, streaming partner, Jio Cinema, and we cannot forget our strategic sponsors as well. Our strategic partners are Sky Esports, Real Cricket 24, and Global Music Junction.
And with that, guys, आज का chapter यही खत्म होता है, but tomorrow we are going to come back with much more excitement. So stay tuned. This is GPL and the game is on.
तैयार हो दुनिया के सबसे बड़े ई क्रिकेट गेम रियल क्रिकेट 24 के लिए? JetSynthesys presents Global E-Cricket Premier League.
Excellent piece of fielding.
Oh, he's launched this superbly. देखो 8 जाबाज टीम्स को फाइटिंग फॉर ग्लोरी एंड 2.51 करोड़। जब रगों में दौड़े क्रिकेट का जोश और दिल में हो लव ऑफ e-sports. With real cricket, India gives e-cricket to the world.
बुला रहा है जीत का डिजिटल मैदान। Let's go!
Catch the action on Jio Cinema.
और गुस्से वाला फ्रैक्चर तेरा गैंग और मैं एम्बुलेंस में पहुंचने वाला। ना आज कोई है न कल कोई है, तेरे यार दा ता कोई कंपटीशन नहीं। ना आज कोई है न कल कोई है, तेरे यार दा ता कोई कंपटीशन नहीं। कंपटीशन नहीं, कंपटीशन नहीं। From the bottom and we winning. Sunday in no competition नहीं. We came from the bottom and we winning. There ain't no competition, और कोई नहीं मुकाबला। From the bottom निकला टॉप डाला पैसा तो मुनाफा माँ पे गाली सीधा लाफा और रैप द नाका सुनते बांग्ला मुझे थाका मैं 5 स्टार के कपड़े पहन के खाता मैं हूँ धाबे पे स्ट्रीम्स हो या ड्रीम्स अब पूरा कामयाब मैं कोहली वाला माइंडसेट और धोनी जैसा शाप मैं हर पब में जी और गेम है मेरे हाथ में हंसता सीधा बैंक तक 50 वाले लाफ में हा भाई तू है वीक और मैं लेता हफ्ता खुद के तेरे हाथ नहीं तूने रखा चमचा पूरा गैंग ग्राइमी हा टॉप सीधा शॉट्स तेरे ब्रेन में बॉम्बे दा बैड मुंडा पंजाब तक कैंट में नाम है डिवाइन पर बंदा नहीं हुसैन में रिक्शा से निकला रोवर मेरे रेंज में बैक बेंच वाले लड़के आए फ्रंट पेज पे तू सड़क के महारानी के बेस में मैं संजू बाबा वॉक करता हाथ रख के जेब में देख ले खलनायक में और गुस्से वाला फ्रैक्चर तेरा गैंग और मैं एम्बुलेंस में पहुंचने वाला
ना आज कोई है न कल कोई है तेरे यार दा कोई कंपटीशन नहीं ना आज कोई है न कल कोई है तेरे यार दा कोई कंपटीशन नहीं competition नहीं
from the bottom and we winning Sunday in the competition
नहीं
we came from the bottom and we winning there ain't no competition कोई नहीं मुकाबला from the bottom निकला टॉप डाला पैसा तो मुनाफा माँ पे गाली सीधा लाफा रैप द नाका सुनते बांग्ला मुझे थाका मैं 5 स्टार के कपड़े पहन के खाता मैं हूँ धाबे पे स्ट्रीम्स हो या ड्रीम्स अब पूरा कामयाब मैं कोहली वाला माइंडसेट और धोनी जैसा शाप मैं हर पब में जी और गेम है मेरे हाथ में हंसता सीधा बैंक तक 50 वाले लाफ में हा भाई तू है वीक और मैं लेता हफ्ता खुद के तेरे हाथ नहीं तूने रखा चमचा पूरा गैंग ग्राइमी हा टॉप सीधा शॉट्स तेरे ब्रेन में बॉम्बे दा बैड मुंडा पंजाब तक कैंट में नाम है डिवाइन पर बंदा नहीं हुसैन में रिक्शा से निकला रोवर मेरे रेंज में बैक बेंच वाले लड़के आए फ्रंट पेज पे तू सड़क के महारानी के बेस में मैं संजू बाबा वॉक करता हाथ रख के जेब में देख ले खलनायक में और गुस्से वाला फ्रैक्चर तेरा गैंग और मैं एम्बुलेंस में पहुंचने वाला
ना आज कोई है न कल कोई है तेरे यार दा कोई कंपटीशन नहीं ना आज कोई है न कल कोई है तेरे यार दा कोई कंपटीशन नहीं
competition came from the bottom and we winning Sunday in the competition
नहीं
we came from the bottom and we winning there ain't no competition कोई नहीं मुकाबला from the bottom निकला टॉप डाला पैसा तो मुनाफा माँ पे गाली सीधा लाफा रैप द नाका सुनते बांग्ला मुझे थाका मैं 5 स्टार के कपड़े पहन के खाता मैं हूँ धाबे पे स्ट्रीम्स हो या ड्रीम्स अब पूरा कामयाब मैं कोहली वाला माइंडसेट और धोनी जैसा शाप मैं हर पब में जी और गेम है मेरे हाथ में हंसता सीधा बैंक तक 50 वाले लाफ में हा भाई तू है वीक और मैं लेता हफ्ता खुद के तेरे हाथ नहीं तूने रखा चमचा पूरा गैंग ग्राइमी हा टॉप सीधा शॉट्स तेरे ब्रेन में बॉम्बे दा बैड मुंडा पंजाब तक कैंट में नाम है डिवाइन पर बंदा नहीं हुसैन में रिक्शा से निकला रोवर मेरे रेंज में बैक बेंच वाले लड़के आए फ्रंट पेज पे तू सड़क के महारानी के बेस में मैं संजू बाबा वॉक करता हाथ रख के जेब में देख ले खलनायक में और गुस्से वाला फ्रैक्चर तेरा गैंग और मैं एम्बुलेंस में पहुंचने वाला
ना आज कोई है न कल कोई है तेरे यार दा कोई कंपटीशन नहीं ना आज कोई है न कल कोई है तेरे यार दा कोई कंपटीशन नहीं
competition came from the bottom and we winning Sunday in the competition
नहीं
we came from the bottom and we winning there ain't no competition कोई नहीं मुकाबला from the bottom निकला टॉप डाला पैसा तो मुनाफा माँ पे गाली सीधा लाफा रैप द नाका सुनते बांग्ला मुझे थाका मैं 5 स्टार के कपड़े पहन के खाता मैं हूँ धाबे पे स्ट्रीम्स हो या ड्रीम्स अब पूरा कामयाब मैं कोहली वाला माइंडसेट और धोनी जैसा शाप मैं हर पब में जी और गेम है मेरे हाथ में हंसता सीधा बैंक तक 50 वाले लाफ में हा भाई तू है वीक और मैं लेता हफ्ता खुद के तेरे हाथ नहीं तूने रखा चमचा पूरा गैंग ग्राइमी हा टॉप सीधा शॉट्स तेरे ब्रेन में बॉम्बे दा बैड मुंडा पंजाब तक कैंट में नाम है डिवाइन पर बंदा नहीं हुसैन में रिक्शा से निकला रोवर मेरे रेंज में बैक बेंच वाले लड़के आए फ्रंट पेज पे तू सड़क के महारानी के बेस में मैं संजू बाबा वॉक करता हाथ रख के जेब में देख ले खलनायक में और गुस्से वाला फ्रैक्चर तेरा गैंग और मैं एम्बुलेंस में पहुंचने वाला
ना आज कोई है न कल कोई है तेरे यार दा कोई कंपटीशन नहीं ना आज कोई है न कल कोई है तेरे यार दा कोई कंपटीशन नहीं
competition came from the bottom and we winning Sunday in the competition
नहीं
we came from the bottom and we winning There ain't no competition, कोई नहीं मुकाबला. From the bottom निकला top, डाला पैसा तो मुनाफा, माँ पे गाली सीधा लाफा. रैप द नाका सुनते बांग्ला मुझे धाका मैं. 5 स्टार के कपड़े पहन के खाता मैं हूँ धाबे पे. Streams हो या dreams, पूरा कामयाब मैं. कोहली वाला mindset और धोनी जैसा शाप मैं. हर पब में जी और गेम है मेरे हाथ में. हंसता सीधा बैंक तक 50 वाले लाफ में. हा 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 भाई तू है वीक और मैं लेता हफ्ता. खुद के तेरे हाथ नहीं तूने रखा चमचा. पूरा गैंग है ग्राइमी हा टॉप सीधा शॉट्स तेरे ब्रेन में. बॉम्बे द बैड मुंडा पंजाब तक कैंट में. नाम है डिवाइन पर बंदा नहीं हुसैन में. रिक्शा से निकला रोवर मेरे रेंज में. बैक बेंच वाले लड़के आए फ्रंट पेज पे. तू सड़क के महारानी के बेस में. मैं संजू बाबा वॉक करता हाथ रख के जेब में. देख ले खलनायक में और गुस्से वाला. फ्रैक्चर तेरा गैंग और मैं एम्बुलेंस में पहुंचने वाला.
ना आज कोई है ना कल कोई है. तेरे यार दा ता कोई कंपटीशन नहीं. ना आज कोई है ना कल कोई है. तेरे यार दा ता कोई कंपटीशन नहीं. कंपटीशन नहीं.
From the bottom and we winning. Sunday in the competition नहीं. We came from the bottom and we winning. There ain't no competition, कोई नहीं मुकाबला. From the bottom निकला top, डाला पैसा तो मुनाफा. माँ पे गाली सीधा लाफा. रैप द नाका सुनते बांग्ला मुझे धाका मैं. 5 स्टार के कपड़े पहन के खाता मैं हूँ धाबे पे. Streams हो या dreams, पूरा कामयाब मैं. कोहली वाला
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app now.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.